so we're going to start in standing, actually. Do something a little bit different today. And I promise we won't be here too long. Just want to get some lymph flow and movement in the body. So we'll start with what my teacher likes to call scrubbing. So you can kind of imagine you're in the shower, choose an arm, and just kind of rub. I like to start with the front surface of my arm, so back of my hand, back of my forearm, and up to the shoulder. And just do that a few times. Could be nice long strokes, could be more like circular small strokes all the way up. Whatever feels really good. And then switch sides of your arm, so maybe the inside of your arm, kind of up to almost where your armpit is. Getting up into the chest this time, all the way from the palm of your hand. And then just sort of switch back and forth, maybe rotate that arm all the way around, like you're getting every corner of that arm. Back of the shoulder, top of the shoulder, side of the neck, chest. And then switch sides, so scrubbing the other arm. Inner arm, palm, armpit, and chest. And you may be in total stillness with your feet, or you may kind of be shuffling around, turning or twisting. And then every inch of the arm, shoulder, neck, and chest. Good, then we'll move to the front of the chest. So below the collarbones, above any breast tissue, just sliding the hands left to right. And then crossing the arm over the shoulder. You might even give yourself a little massage, squeeze the top of your shoulder, and then switch sides. Coming down to the ribs, I like to kind of slide hands underneath of bra strap area, front ribs. And then if you can reach, you might even bring the back of your hand to the back ribs. And you could switch sides. Down to belly, make a clockwise circle. Imagine that second hand of the clock moving around. Beautiful. Good for digestion. And then back of your hands to your lower back. And then we'll just come all the way down the legs. So glutes all the way down the backs of the legs. As far down as you can reach, you can bend your knees to get to ankles. And then fronts of the legs from the hips down to the thighs, knees, and feet. And then just like we did with our arms, you could choose a leg and just kind of get every corner, inner thighs, outer thighs, backs of knees. Feel like you're in the shower, scrubbing your legs. So not only does this kind of work where we're using our hands in different areas of our body, not only does this do lymph drainage or help our lymph system, but this also helps our brain. So if you've been working on one leg, move to the other one. We have in our brain essentially a map of our body. And sometimes certain areas that we don't really think about a lot, we don't use a lot or touch a lot, they don't have a great map. So when we put our hands on those places, our brain makes a better connection to that part. Okay, once you're done, stand up tall and take a moment in stillness. Noticing just how your body feels after all that touching, all that stimulation from the hands. Maybe even your heartbeat in your chest feels a little stronger than normal. And let's take a big inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward, nice and slow. You could roll down or flat back, totally your choice. Once you're down, take an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Relax your arms and sway your torso side to side. Your legs might move a little bit. Let your head shake and nod. Big breaths into your belly. And full body exhales. 2 more breaths. Good, make your way all the way onto your belly. However many steps that takes. Sliding down so tops of the feet are comfortably on the mat. And then stack your hands under your forehead. We're going to start here with left hand stacked on top of right, forehead on top of hands. And as long as this is comfortable, just breathe deeply. Make any adjustments you need to for your comfort, widening feet for your lower back, little movements in the hips side to side to settle in. Noticing your breath, the expansion of belly and front ribs as you inhale, feeling that gentle pressure on your mat, and a softening of full body as you exhale. Good, now we're going to create a movement, just subtle, where we just lift and lower our head. So whenever you're ready, lifting your head off your hands, and then lowering your forehead back down. And go at your pace. Without any more specific instruction, just noticing what you do. How high you tend to lift or want to lift. And continue to move, just lifting and lowering your head. And start to notice what you see. So if your eyes are closed, your visual field might be dark, just noticing that. And if your eyes are open, if you lift your head, do you see your hands? Do you see the floor in front of your hands? And as you lift your head, do you see perhaps the bottom corner of the wall in front of you? There's no right or wrong here. We're just noticing and tuning into subtle differences. So continue to move your head up and down. And now notice that you have choices. You could kind of push your hands and elbows down to lift you, using those muscles around the armpits and shoulder. Or you could relax your arms and lift using your neck and upper back. Again, there's no right or wrong. Just notice the difference, maybe experiment. Let's take 2 more rounds. Good. And then rest your head and pause. Good, subtle movement number 2. Rest your head and keep it on your hands. And lift your left elbow off the mat. See if you can. And again, we're lifting and lowering. So just lifting your left elbow and then set it back down. Right elbow and head are motionless. And my teacher who taught me this little sequence said when she first did this, it was very confusing to her how to lift her elbow. So it was helpful for her to think about bending her left wrist. That really creates the movement. Good, and do this a few more times. And notice what's happening internally. Is there a dialogue about what's going on in your mind? Is there confusion, irritation, or contentment? And just notice those things, whatever they are. And relax, take a breath. We're going to switch our hands. So right hand places on top and then set your forehead back down on right hand. This time, right elbow is going to lift and lower. Good. So we're noticing what's happening along the chain of movement. So notice if it's easy for you to just lift that elbow in isolation, or if other parts of your body need to react. Does your left hand kind of have to press down for stability? Do your feet get involved? Is your jaw a little clenched? Notice all those subtle things. And 2 more rounds. Good, relax, take a breath. Good, last 2 movements, switch your hands, left hand on top of right, set your head down for a moment, take a breath. This time, left elbow and head will lift at the same time. So hands stay where they are. Lift your left elbow and your head off of your hands. And lower elbow and head back down. Same elbow, left elbow and head lift. And relax. Good, keep going. And notice what this movement requires. Notice that you have choices. Again, maybe you press your right hand down to really lift with your upper back, your head. Or maybe you relax everything in your body, but just those muscles required to do the most effortless action. Good, relax, switch your hands, rest your head, and take a breath. Last thing, right elbow and head lift at once. Right elbow and head lower down. Find your own pace and experiment with the subtlety. What is required? What could be experimented with? Two more rounds. Good, resting your head for a moment. Bring your hands next to your bottom ribs on the mat. Curl your toes under. and push off the earth and find child's pose. Nice and slow, we were just doing a little back bending. So take your time to get here and then rest. Notice where sensation exists. For me, I'm feeling a lot in my front ribs. And in fact, all the way into the middle back. So notice for you where a lot of sensation might be living. And see if you can breathe into those spaces. Good. From here, we'll add a few rounds of our lion's breath. A deep inhale through your nose to fill your belly. Pause on full, stick your tongue way out. Big googly eyes from the back of your throat, make a noise. 2 more rounds. Stick your tongue out, wide eyes. 1 more. Hands under shoulders, gently press up, big inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands forward, tabletop pose. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, press the earth away, curl your tailbone. Good, cat and cow at your pace. And if it feels good to pause in one of these shapes, adding any movement side to side, feel free. Add any movement that feels necessary, enriching. Make it your own. Good. Pause in stillness. And as you inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Drop your belly, cow pose. As you exhale, knee to nose, round your back, flick a cat. Good. Same leg extends behind you, cow pose, drop your belly. As you exhale, round your back and knee toward your nose. Good. 3 more rounds. If you can move in slow motion. Good. Next time your right leg is back, keep it straight but set your toes down. Good. Bring your left foot out like a kickstand and modified side plank. Weight into the left hand, perhaps reach right arm high. Good. Draw your chin down toward your throat and then back to lean the head back in space. Good. Option to lift your right leg, foot as high as your hip. Beautiful. Take a big breath in and exhale. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, gaze forward and down as you plant your right hand, right knee, square your feet. And untuck your toes, step your knees back an inch, and big hip circles. Choose a direction. Just paying attention to the direction that you chose. For me, it's clockwise or starting to the right. And take a couple more circles before coming back to center. If you need to, take a moment to shake out your wrists one at a time. And reposition knees under hips, curling toes under, left leg straight back, cow pose. As you exhale, knee to nose, round your back. Slow motion to move. Good. Resist the urge to hike your shoulders up toward your earlobes. Instead, settle your shoulder blades along your rib cage. One more full round. Straighten that left leg behind you. Modified side plank this side. Good. If my bottom wrist gets a little tired, I could come onto fingertips or make a fist to support me. Roll your shoulders back and down. Back of your head floats behind you. And maybe raise your left leg. Good. Micro bend in your stable elbow, right elbow. And breathe. Gaze forward and down at your mat as your left hand floats down. Square your knees and feet and untuck your toes. Step your knees back. Hip circles opposite direction. I like to point my fingers out to the sides while I do these, just for a different angle of stretch in my wrists. Beautiful. Curl your toes under and walk your hands towards your knees to come to standing kneeling position. So hips over knees. If you need that cushion under your knees, you can grab that now so they're nice and comfortable. Good, let's start hands to our hips. Find a point in space, forward and down on your mat, maybe 3 or 4 feet in front of you. And bring more weight into your left knee. Really root through your left toes. Feel that stability in your left leg. Good, little fancy transition here. Step your right foot forward, lunge. Nice. Reach your arms high. Anjaneyasana, sink into your hips for today. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift through the center of your chest. Good, wide fingers. Imagine that you're clutching a big beach ball. Biceps are engaged. Two more breaths. Hands to frame your front foot. Ardha Hanumanasana. I like to step my back knee behind me an inch or two to start. Really flex your right foot before straightening right leg. Good, straighten any amount. Doesn't have to be completely straight. But see if you can get your belly off of your front thigh. So bottom 2 ribs are drawn up and in, the core is engaged. A few deep breaths here. Again, pressing down through your left knee, left toes. Lots of stability in that back leg. Good, we're gonna find a twist. Left hand is under left shoulder. Right hand comes to your right hip to start. Good, notice if that hip is hiking up towards your shoulder, spiral it down. And as you roll your right shoulder up toward the ceiling, twist your chest to face toward the right. Good, chin is drawn down and back toward your throat. Last option is arm reaches up. Good, we only add this option with the comfort of our neck. So if your neck has started to become tense as you reach your arm, then just keep that hand on hip. Root through your back toes, back knee. One more breath. Beautiful. Gaze forward and down, bend your front knee, and then bring both hands to your hips. Good. Even funkier transition, little bend in that front knee. Press down through your left toes and see if you can come back standing kneeling. Even if you shuffle or it takes a couple of little steps. Beautiful. Rock your hips side to side. And we'll find the opposite side. More weight into your right knee, right toes rooting down. Gaze forward and down. Step your left foot forward. Anjaneyasana, reach through the center of your chest. Plug your feet into your mat and roll your shoulders down. Two more breaths. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Good. Widen your stance if you need to. Back knee can float back a little bit. Flex your left foot and straighten your left leg. Walk your hands back so they're supportive under your shoulders. Nice straight arms. Engaged feet, front and back. Belly away from that front thigh. And we'll find our twist. Right hand under shoulder, left hand to left hip. Spiral that left hip down toward the earth. Good. Keep that foot flexed in front and keep that back foot rooted and working. Good. Peel the left shoulder up toward the ceiling to find your twist. Good. Expansive heart. Rooted feet. Gaze forward and down. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Press down through your right toes and right hand to right hip. Bend through your front knee. Fix your gaze for the moment and standing kneeling, both feet back. Good. Little funky transition here as well. So from standing kneeling, bring your hands down in front of you. Good. I'll kind of turn to the side so you can see. We're going to pop up onto our toes and see if you can find garland pose, kind of like a little high squat. Good. So we're lifting hips away from heels. Then heel toe the feet a little bit further away, hip distance, and find a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, root to rise, flat back, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, so we're at the back of our mat most likely. Inhale, reach your arms up. Hands to your heart, exhale, chair pose. Beautiful. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, left hand forward, right hand back twist. Good. Inhale, hands meet in front of you. Exhale, left arm back twist. Let's do two more. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, right arm back. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, left arm back. Good. Inhale, arms forward, root to rise, stand up tall. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, walk hands forward to downward dog. Good. Once you're there, you could bend and straighten your knees. We have about 5 to 7 breaths here if you'd like a vinyasa or organic movement, or if you need a rest. Great time for that. Good, we'll meet back in downward facing dog when you're ready. If that's not good on your wrist today, this transition can be done from tabletop. Okay, right leg up and back. Bend your knee, so kicking heel to hip, and stack right hip over left. Good, see if you can lift your left rib cage as high as your right. Big breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, straighten your right leg behind you, square your hips. Exhale, low lunge, right foot plants, and back knee down. Good, root to rise. Beautiful. Right foot forward, gotcha. Okay, so wrap your right hand around your left rib cage. Right foot is forward, both feet are fully rooted. We're gonna move our left arm in space. So palm faces forward, lock out your elbow, straight left arm. Good, I'll turn a little bit so you can see. Then sweep your left arm in front of you and up. All the way so your bicep almost touches your ear. At that point, you may notice you got a little stuck. So turn your palm out to the side and back and continue your circle all the way back behind you. At this point, maybe back of your hand even touches your left thigh. Reverse that. Reach your hand back and up. Twist your palm as you need to complete your circle. Palm is facing forward as your arm comes forward and down. Reverse that. Palm forward, reach forward and up. When you get stuck, turn your palm out and back. Good. Back of your hand toward your body. Reverse that. Palm back, reach up. Twist palm to finish your circle. Reverse that one more full time. We're securing our ribs here, so try not to twist to the body to make that circle. Just use your arm and your shoulder. Beautiful. Hands come to your heart. Take a breath. And lift your back knee. Good. Lean your chest a little bit forward. Notice how I'm one long line from crown of my head to my back heel. Take a breath. And then see if you can come to chair pose. Left foot meets the right. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. And inhale, root to rise, stand up tall, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, walk to down dog. 5 to 7 breaths. Child's pose, great option for a rest or movement of your choice. Good, down dog or tabletop. Left leg up and back. Flex that foot. Bend your knee, stack left hip over right. Good. Automatically our right shoulder wants to lower. See if you can lift it as high as the left. Equal weight between your hands. Big breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg behind you. Exhale, low lunge. Beautiful, root to rise. Awesome. We're gonna square our ribs. So really helpful to me to wrap my left hand around my right rib cage so that I know if I'm turning in space with my ribs. When we're moving our arm, we wanna move it without moving the rest of our body. This is how we isolate. Okay, right hand, palm faces forward, arm is straight, elbow is locked out the whole time. Sweep that right arm forward and up. Spin your palm out to reach back and down. Reversing that, palm faces back, reach up. Twist the palm as you need to get back to the starting position. Nice and slow. Good. Notice if you're turning it all in your body to make that circle seem bigger. Elbow is straight the whole time. Beautiful. Whenever the next time is that your arm comes forward and down, starting position, release that, palms touch. Good. Root through both feet. Lean forward with your chest and lift your back knee. Good. Gazing forward and down. Hold the stability for a moment. High lunge. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then step to chair pose. Big breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, root to rise. Stand up tall. Reach up. And exhale, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folds. And this time, root to rise, stand up, inhale. And exhale, Tadasana, take a breath. Good, let's walk our feet nice and wide on our mat. Hands come to hips, roll those shoulders back. And slowly fold forward, bend your knees on the way, wide angle forward fold. Good, spread your toes and press down through the outsides of your feet. Beautiful. Then finding your favorite forward fold, relax your arms, maybe send them behind your heels, maybe peace sign fingers to your big toes. Wherever your arms are in space, relax your head. Good, slowly walk your hands back under your shoulders for a half lift. Good, little bend in your knees. Root down through your heels and the outer feet. Spread your toes. We'll find a twist. Left hand directly under your face on the mat. Right hand to right hip. Good, just like we did before. Peel your right shoulder toward the ceiling to find your twist. Root down through both heels equally. Maybe add your arm, right hand towards ceiling. Good. Notice if you're bending deeply into one knee more than the other, and try and square your hips to the mat. Shoulders are back and down, 2 more breaths. Right hand meets the left, and we'll switch sides. Good, stability in the feet, left hand to left hip. Good, peel open that left shoulder toward the ceiling, find your twist. Option to add a straight arm high. Two more breaths, chin is down toward throat. Throat is back. Good, both hands meet the earth. Bend deeply through your knees, hands to your hips, and root to rise, elbows point back to lead the way. Heel toe your feet back together and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms wide and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down dog. 5 to 7 breaths, movement, vinyasa, or take a rest. Good, we'll find pigeon pose whenever you're ready. And if this isn't available full pigeon, you can find figure 4 on your back. Right leg first, from down dog or tabletop, right leg up and back. Knee to right wrist, and lay your leg down. Beautiful. Flex both feet, little engagement there. And you can remain upright with straight arms, or start to walk your arms forward, maybe prop onto elbows. And find your variation, but move into it slowly. Give your body time to tell you if something doesn't feel right today. Three more deep breaths. Start to slowly come out of your pose. Beautiful. And if we've come to full pigeon, we'll find down dog or tabletop, 3-legged. So right leg up and back. And once you're there, big knee circles with the right knee. Switching directions of your circles. You can do this on hands and knees as well. And then we'll switch sides for pigeon. Left leg up and back. Left knee to left wrist. Flexing left foot, especially before settling down with hips. Good, approaching your full expression, nice and slow. Noticing what effort is required. A little engagement in the legs. And what effort could be released? Any holding in the upper body, head and neck, face. Last deep breath. Slowly coming out of it, hands under shoulders if we're in our full expression on the floor. Either tabletop or down dog, and knee circles, left knee. Switch directions of your circles. Get in any final vinyasas here or other organic movement that feels necessary, enriching. And we'll meet in a seat. You're welcome to use a blanket or towel under your sits bones here. Good, let's extend our legs, give them a little shake. And then bring your left foot in and your right foot out a little bit to the side, extended. And flex both feet and root through both sits bones and hips equally. Inhale to gather space, reach your arms up high. As you exhale, turn toward your right foot and fold over your extended leg. Good, at this point you can reach and grab the foot if you can reach it. Try and grab the outer foot instead of your toes. Maybe the ankle or calf is where you can reach most easily. Holding on to that, relax your head, relax your shoulders, soften your jaw. Deep breath in. Full exhale. We're gonna stay low here. Walk your hands to the left, all the way over so that your chest is over your left knee. Good. Press the earth away from you, root down through your right sits bone. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, sigh it out, squeeze your navel back, and roll all the way up to straight spine. Good. This time we should be facing our bent knee. Side stretch. Back of your right hand to your inner right knee. Good. Start to reach down toward your ankle as you bend over. Left arm might reach up. Bicep next to your ear, reaching over your head towards your toes. Good. Rooting action from right hand into right leg. Press your hand into your leg. Press your leg back into your hand and spin your torso. Big breaths in and full exhales. One more inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your navel back towards your spine, root to rise, come back up. Stretch both legs out and shake them out. Good. Right foot in, left leg extended and to the side, maybe a 45-degree angle. Beautiful. Root down through your sits bones and flex your feet. Gather space on the inhale. Exhale, turn towards your left leg and fold. Good. Securing hands on any part of your leg. And relaxing your head. Noticing where you feel sensation. Big inhale and full exhale. Or stay low in the pose, walk your hands toward the right. Good, walking your hands all the way over so you're hovering over your right bent knee. Hands are nice and wide, press into the earth and press the earth away from you to root your left sits bone down. Big breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, squeeze the navel back, root to rise. Roll your shoulders back and down and side stretch. Back of left hand to inner left thigh. Slide that hand down your leg to find your stretch. Good. Again, optional top arm. If that's uncomfortable on your shoulder or neck, then just relax that arm anywhere. Chin is down, throat is back. Big inhale. Exhale, squeeze your navel back, root to rise. Stretching your legs out, shake them out. And then find your comfortable seat. We'll be here for a couple of minutes, so make sure that you are comfortable sitting up on pillow or blanket. Good. So we'll do our pranayama practice. And our option will be for full alternate nostril with using our hands. If you're not comfortable touching your face today, I'll keep guiding that movement and you can imagine that you're just breathing into one of those nostrils. Works just as well. If you're comfortable with using hands on face, then we'll raise the right hand. Good. Today, let's use thumb and pinky finger. So thumb will plug the right nostril, pinky finger will plug the left nostril. If you have a different way you prefer, feel free. Full breath in both nostrils. Pause on full. Full breath out. Pause on empty. And plug your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through your left. Pause on full. Plug your left with pinky. Exhale right. Pause on empty. Inhale through your right nostril. Pause, plug with your thumb, exhale left. Pause, inhale left. Pause, plug left, exhale right. Pause, inhale right. Pause, plug right, exhale left. Inhale left. And continue at your pace. Take 2 more rounds. Ending with an exhale through the left side. And relaxing your hands, take a moment to notice the temperature of the air around you. The surface of your skin. The weight of your body. And keeping this space in place, slowly slide onto your back into your Shavasana. Giving yourself time to rest. And if you have the time, you can stay here. Resting as long as you like. Or begin to create movement in toes and fingers. Expanding to hands and wrists, ankles, and full body stretch on an inhale. Exhaling your knees into your chest. Taking a moment to rock side to side. And then rolling all the way to your favorite side. A full breath there. And then slowly find your seat. And bringing one hand to the center of your chest and the other hand to the ground next to you. Bowing your chin in acknowledgement of your experience in this world and also the world itself, the reality of it. Thank you each for showing up today for your own practice and your own health. Namaste.